Now at the end of 7 days the word of the Lord came to me. Son of man, I have made you a watchman over the house of Israel. When you hear a word from my mouth, give them warning from me. If I say to the wicked person, you will surely die, but you do not warn him, you don't speak out to warn him about his wicked way in order to save his life, that wicked person will die for his iniquity, yet I will hold you responsible for his blood. But if you warn a wicked person, and he does not turn away from his wickedness or his wicked way, he will die for his iniquity, but you will have saved your life. Now if a righteous person turns from his righteousness and practices iniquity, I will put a stumbling block in front of him. He will die. If you did not warn him, he will die because of his sin, and the righteous act he did will not be remembered. Yet I will hold you responsible for his blood. But if you warn his righteous person that he should not sin, and he does not sin, he will indeed live because he listened to your warning, and you will have saved your life. Then the hand of the Lord was on me there, and he said to me, Get up, go out on the plain, and I will speak with you there. So I got up and went out to the plain. The Lord's glory was present there, like the glory I had seen by the Chebar Canal, and I fell face down. The Spirit entered me and set me on my feet. He spoke with me and said, Go, shut yourself inside your house, and you, Son of man, they will put ropes on you and bind you with them, so you cannot go out among them. I will make your tongue stick to the roof of your mouth, and you will be mute and unable to rebuke them, for they are a rebellious house. But when I speak with you, I will open your mouth, and you will say to them, This is what the Lord says. Let the one who listens, listen. Let the one who refuses, refuse, for they are a rebellious house. Ezekiel was a prophet who came from a priestly family. He was acquainted with the laws and customs of the tribe of Levi. God called him to warn the people exiled in Babylon of the coming destruction of the city of Jerusalem. It was because Israel fell into corruption and idolatry, and they ended up in captivity. Though they were hundreds of miles away from the promised land, God sent Ezekiel to minister to the exiles and let them know that they were not forgotten. When God spoke to Ezekiel, he told them that he was a watchman from the house of Israel. The purpose of the watchman is to stand at the gate or wall of a city and warn the inhabitants of impending danger. If he failed to do so, the blood of the people he was tasked with guarding would be on his hands. God explained the consequences of one that refused to give warning to those that were wicked. God would destroy them, and whoever knew to warn the wicked of the coming destruction and didn't say anything would be found guilty with blood on their hands. The same principle applies to those who were righteous and turned to sin. One would be found guilty if they did not warn the righteous man and dies in his sin. Many are taught from a young age to stay away from the wrong crowd. We are taught not to be at the wrong place at the wrong time. We know that we should strive to stay out of trouble. But what about those around us? If we see others headed down a path of destruction, do we say anything? What if our communities, families, neighborhoods, and workplaces are affected by our silence? We all share the responsibility as watchmen to sound the alarm to those around us.